Not to be dramatic, but this might be the hardest ranking I've ever had to do because the palettes are so good. So I'm just gonna rank these all as number one, and we're just gonna talk about them. I'm just gonna show you the palettes and we're just gonna talk about them. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I have a very sick obsession with indie makeup, especially indie eyeshadow palettes. So if you want to keep up with all the hot new indie eyeshadow releases, especially if you have a skin tone similar to mine, highly suggest hitting that subscribe button, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I actually had a crazy month in August and I only tried like 4 eyeshadow palettes. So in my infinite wisdom, I decided that who would want to watch me rank 4 eyeshadow palettes? So I combined August and September, and that way I could catch up as well. So we have 15 palettes to rank, and this is a bit of a shit show. Like, I literally just looked at all of these palettes and I'm like, I have no idea how to rank them. So I'm not trying to be dramatic, but I literally, like, I don't know what to do. So take this with the biggest grain of salt because I really don't think any of these palettes are bad by any means. And I feel like that's kind of like an unspoken rule with ranking videos. But also there are generally times where a palette does really suck. And I feel like I try to do my best to be very careful with how I convey that to you. But this time around, I really don't think any of these palettes are bad. I do have some that I think would rank lower, but a majority of these palettes I would honestly feel very comfortable ranking as number one, but the competition is so fierce. So I went upon color story, the formulas, the packaging also I did consider a little bit, but usually I always think about color story and the formula. So I did do my best. Now, number 15 is simply being ranked at number 15 because it is a all shimmer palette. This is the On Top of the World palette from Clionadh, and they so kindly sent this to me in PR. The only thing with me and all shimmer palettes is I don't reach for them that often because I like a palette where I can grab all the shimmers and all the mattes I need in one go. But I also appreciate a beautiful all topper palette like this. So I think depending on the style of makeup you like to do, you can get a lot of use out of something like this. But just for the type of makeup I like to do, I feel like I would reach for this a lot less. I'm also just gonna try and sit like over here because I like to put any like reels that I have of palettes on here. And if I have any discounts or coupons or affiliate links for these eyeshadow palettes, I'll put them in a pinned comment down below. I feel like on phones, it's so hard to find the description box these days. So I'll just put it in a pinned comment and it'll be the first comment on the screen when you look through the comments. Okay, so at number 14, again, I think this one ranked over the Clionadh palette because it has some mattes and shimmers. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't sure if this palette was going to be anything at all or if it was going to be like trash and so dusty and crusty with no pigmentation. It actually surprised me. It's a beautiful palette. The greens are very pigmented. The shimmers are nice too. The only thing I would say is a lot of the shades are very similar. So I wish there was more tones and definitely more impactful shimmers because I'm used to amazing green shimmers from different indie brands. So for that reason, I'm ranking it at number 14. I also think that the formula is so good that if you're a neutral girly, you'll probably have a really great time with some of the less out there color stories from Vanngo. But I'm actually really glad I bought this and I got to try this out. Okay, in 13th place is the Black Cherry palette from Simply Posh. Again, not a bad palette at all. I'm basically ranking this lower because the color story is a little bit more monochromatic. Yes, we have some of these pops of green and that makes it a little bit more interesting, but I also feel like a lot of these shades look very similar, so maybe we didn't need such a giant mauve palette, but not a bad palette by any means. I'm really just trying to explain myself to you guys as best as I can. In 12th place is the Gothic Romance palette from Unearthly. I did buy this one with my own money. I think the formula of this is beautiful, and if you want a neutral palette that's going to give you some mauves, some warm tone neutrals, some cool tone neutrals, and some cool tone purple shades, I feel like this is a great workhorse palette and so different from the other color stories Unearthly usually does. I feel like they tend to play more on the colorful wild side, so I think it was fun for them to do a palette like this so that new people that are interested in the brand that really like neutrals had something to kind of gravitate towards as well. Formula is great. Is it my most exciting color story in this video? No, so that's why I'm ranking it at number 12. Okay, in 11th place, we have another stunning green palette. This is the Ophiuchus palette from Terra, and this is so pretty. It's definitely one of my favorite green palettes and favorite green eye looks I've had in a while. There are some neutral pops in here as well. Formula is amazing. This is, I think, their first palette that was maybe made in a lab, that wasn't hand pressed. I feel like I read that somewhere. If I'm wrong, definitely let me know. But you guys actually convinced me to try this palette. I didn't buy it when it launched right away, and so many of you were commenting saying I should try it, and so I did, and it is a fantastic green palette. Okay, in 10th place, I had to give it to the Coalescence palette. This is the Bella Beauté bar collab with Newport, and I really enjoy Newport on Instagram and YouTube. I will say I did rank this a little bit lower just because of the color story. It's a little bit more gloomy than what I like when it comes to my colorful shadows. But again, all of these palettes could literally be number one because they're all so beautiful. Bella Beauté bar, absolutely one of my favorite brands. You can't go wrong. I really like the look I created with this, and I can't wait to get back to it and play with this one again. 9th place, I'm giving it to the Crown Legacy palette. This is a collab between Monolith and Glaminatrix, and I just think that's so cool that they did this collab. So Monolith is a EU-based makeup retailer, and I think they carry a lot of indie brands, so it's really cool because people that wouldn't have access, or maybe it just makes it easier for people in the EU to shop indie makeup. And I love that because I love indie brands and I want to shop from indie brands. So I think anything that makes it easier for them, that's awesome. It's been really fun to see a lot of brands kind of collabing on helping each other out with shipping. So anyway, all that to say, this palette is cute. I definitely feel like the shades don't look as exciting as they do on your eyes. I feel like they are a lot more vibrant on your eyelids, but it's definitely a cute concept. Very much those jewel tones, and I think this is a fun palette. Okay, so I'm ranking the Trap palette in 8th place and the Nevermore palette in 7th place, and honestly, I love these color stories. I don't think these are like my favorite formulas of all the palettes in this video, but I just think these color stories are so nice. I will say I like the formula of the Nevermore palette just a little bit better, but I also feel like both of the color stories are just so stunning and delicious, and there's so many greens, and that's just like so my vibes. I am really, really excited that Gourmande Girls has so many great launches for the holiday season. I'm gonna obviously include videos of the looks I did with these palettes, and I had a lot of fun playing with them. Okay, in 6th place, I had to give it to the Betty Jean and Fantasy Cosmetica collection. The formula of these eyeshadows is so good. Honestly, I was blown away. This red shade is so beautiful. The pigmentation is so nice. And I think this is a fun color story. It's definitely more curated, so we didn't get like this big giant palette, which kind of makes me happy because I feel like there's definitely art of narrowing things down in a palette, and when you're able to do that but still make something that's so interesting and makes you want to keep going back and playing with it, I think you have like the magic sauce there. I want to know if you guys have any of these palettes that I'm showing you guys today. I'm nosy, so let me know down in the comments. Okay, in 5th place, I had to give it to the Salem palette from Nomad Cosmetics. I will say this one does not have any special shades. I don't think, actually, I think this might be a multi-chrome, but it's that like purple blue shifty one. So this one is definitely a color story and themed vote. That's why it's in the 5th spot. I will say, even though it doesn't have like a multi-chrome or like lots of special shades, which I feel like a lot of people are looking for in eyeshadow palettes these days, I feel like the fact that they're able to give you such a fun color story at such a great price point is also admirable. I really love this. I really love the greens. I love the warm oranges. It's just such a Halloween palette and I couldn't help but loving it. Okay, 4th place goes to Dark Dreamscape from Bella Beauté Bar. This is a really fun color story, but there's just so many green palettes in the month of September that I couldn't give number 1 to a purple blue palette. That just wouldn't have worked for me. So anyway, this is the palette. It is, I think, the most expensive palette in this video. So that's something to keep in mind. But of course, Bella Beauté Bar puts a lot into their palette. So everything is magnetic. We have lots of fun, shifty shadows, which is what makes me look forward to a Bella Beauté Bar release every time. Every time they sneak peek something, I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see the palette. I just love eyeshadow palettes so, so much. And this has been the season for them and it's just so exciting. Shimmers are beautiful, the mattes are beautiful. I really love this palette and it honestly looks like I could have created the eye look I have on today with this palette, but I'm not wearing this palette today. I'm wearing something else. Should be getting announced pretty soon, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to see what I used to create this look. Okay, in 3rd place, okay, I thought about it long and hard. And I wanted to give it to the Dede Signature Broken Jewels palette. I think this palette is so beautiful. Such a fun range of colors. So you can do a fun green look. You can do a warm neutral eye. Also looks like I could create this look with this row right here in this palette. And then we have a cool tone row. I haven't played with these shades as much, but I have used pretty much all the rest of the shades in this palette. And let me tell you, Dede Signature in 2025 has been killing it. They've come such a long way. Their formula is amazing. I just played with their From the Roots palette, which is launching in October. Such a good palette. So yeah, I'm so happy to see everything that they've accomplished this year and they definitely deserve 3rd place. Okay, in 2nd place, this one is a packaging 2nd place and a color story 2nd place. So I had to give it to the Nomad Pacific Northwest palette. If you know me, you know these tones are so me. This is such a like gloomy, grungy palette and I love it so much. I had so much fun playing with this. This shade, Sunbreak, is such a fun, yellowy, peachy, shifting shadow. And it's overall just a really cute palette. It's so me. I know when you guys see palettes like this, you get it. So I really, really like this. So we're putting it at number 2. And then in 1st place, honestly, again, all of these palettes could have been number 1, okay? I think that if I haven't made it clear already, I really, really want to emphasize that any of these palettes could have been number 1. But I thought this was a fun palette, so we're going to give it to Kryptein Cosmetics Emerald City. You guys know this palette started off as a neutral eyeshadow wearing girl. I literally didn't think that I could wear colorful eyeshadow. Like, that was not a concept that ever crossed my mind. And then I really think it was Angie. Like, I found Angie's channel and I saw this girl that was so fearless in wearing colorful eyeshadow and I was like, I can do that. I should do that. That looks really fun. And we've never looked back. We've never looked back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love wearing color. So anyway, fast forward, I just really love green eyeshadow. I don't know when it started, but it stuck around for like almost 10 years at this point. I just love wearing green eyeshadow. So how could I say no to this Emerald City palette? It's beautiful. You guys know I've been loving on Kryptein Cosmetics the last couple of, well, actually probably like the last 2 years. So they just make excellent palettes. I really love their color stories. Their formula is really nice and I just got their new Apocalypse collection in. So I swatched that today. I can't wait to create a look with it. I have just been really enjoying Kryptein and the things that they've been doing. And I thought I would give the Emerald City palette number 1. Okay, you guys, how did you think I did? I feel like, again, it was an impossible task. All of these palettes could be number 1. And I want to know what your number 1 palette was in the month of September if you have one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Hype this video if you have the chance to do so. and check out some of my other videos if you have some time. Don't forget to check out the pinned comment down below if you're looking for any of these palettes. I'll have all my codes and links down there as well. Thank you for hanging with me. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends.